Steve, I'll let you quickly introduce yourself, and then I'll kick off with our presentation today.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm very excited about this potential partnership. RapidStart has been around for a long time. We've got well over 100,000 users of that application, mostly small and mid-sized businesses, and many of which have been looking for, light call center capabilities. When I got to know you guys several years ago and what you guys were doing in the space, and particularly your move deep into Teams, it just seemed like a perfect opportunity to marry the two together and be able to bring that to our customers, and also to bring your customers that are looking for a lower cost solution than Dynamics 365 for the back end, to be able to show them what this could do. So I'm excited.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks, Steve. And just to mirror that, here at Solgari. So firstly, for those who don't know me, my name is Joe Libert. I run our sales and partnerships across EMEA, but it's a pleasure to work with RapidStart. We've seen more and more of our customers that don't have a CRM system, or still working in Excel spreadsheets, but want full customer engagement solutions across Microsoft Teams, come to us over and over. And that's what's led to this partnership with RapidStart Apps, is to finally be able to deliver a solution for SMB customers that haven't quite matured into buying a full-blown CRM system, but they need something a bit more lightweight to support them and access their customer database. So this is really where we're going to drive into why our partnership is valuable, how you'll see the impact into the SMB space, and where this will fit for you as a potential customer of Solgari and RapidStart CRM. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and kick off. And really today, we'll keep it quite simple, right? We've got 2 or 3 slides to really help you understand the positioning of our partnership, and then seeing is believing. So Steve and I will actually go through a small demonstration so that you can see how this can look like for your organization, if it's a strong fit. But at the heart of what we do, both at Solgari and RapidStart, our goal is to give every employee in the organization the ability to be a customer champion. And where all of this really starts is your database, and being able to have a full view of your customer profile every time you engage with them, whether that's through email or a voice call, or even a Facebook or WhatsApp message for those of you that are doing social media interactions. And where we see our partnership with RapidStart is RapidStart does everything in terms of the customer data, right? Being able to manage your contacts, your accounts, your customer service cases, your sales opportunities, doing everything that a CRM should do, but focusing doing this within the Power Platform and on a Microsoft-focused solution. And that's where we saw a clear alignment for partnership. So where our worlds start to come together is that Solgari, we natively extend Microsoft Teams with a full customer engagement solution. So when you think about voice calls and SMS messages and how you would communicate with your customers in the outside world day in and day out as an organization, Solgari naturally brings that capability into Microsoft Teams. And not only do we just bring the capability, but we also layer the solution with artificial intelligence to help summarize conversations that you have with our customers. And we push all of that customer interaction data back into RapidStart CRM, where you've got all of your customer profile. So at the end of the day, between Solgari and RapidStart, you'll be able to have a full Microsoft-enabled customer engagement solution and be able to understand every interaction you have with your customer, because we're simply bringing customer data to your agents working within Teams or RapidStart. With this, our solution is completely cloud together with RapidStart. So everything that we do is meant to be flexible and scalable, and really do everything that the cloud promises to do. So we've got customers in over 46 countries. As you heard, RapidStart has over 100,000 users. So we've truly have a global presence, and anyone in the world can utilize our solution because we're naturally just a part of the Azure stack. And I'll show you what that looks like in our solution today. But what that allows us to do, at least from a communications perspective, it allows us to have a very powerful AI roadmap. So you'll see some basic functionalities that we've delivered within our communications Copilot and how that interacts with your customer data. But because we're part of the Microsoft platform and a part of the Microsoft roadmap, in terms of the different use cases and opportunity we have to leverage AI within both of our products. So that being said, what is this for? Really, what's the ideal customer profile, and who should be interested in this proposition? So firstly, anyone that's made a position to use Microsoft as a platform is going to be interested in leveraging the Solgari and RapidStart partnership. What we've done with Solgari, and you'll see this in our demo, is that we've developed a app that natively sits within Microsoft Teams. So all you need is a Teams license from Microsoft, and Solgari is seamlessly enabled. And for customers who need a database, but they don't want to pay that enterprise licensing for Dynamics, for example, RapidStart is going to be a great option for them. And that's still going to maintain all of your data within Azure, and you're still going to be on the Power Platform, which opens you up to all of that AI and Microsoft roadmap that we're all interested in. But with that, it allows you to keep all of your data in one place. So for GDPR and different regulations, it's obviously important to have a secure and territory solution for your CRM and for your communications software. But because we're completely cloud-based, we make it very simple for our customers to use the solution, but it's not this long systems integration project that you might be used to. SMBs don't have the time nor the resources to manage long drawn-out projects. So our goal together with our partnership is to just have a out-of-the-box, rapid and simple solution. So all you need is a Teams license, and just like you would download an app on your phone, Solgari is simply populated within the Teams interface. And with that, we're also pre-integrated into RapidStart. So everything that you purchase is out of the box integrated, and it's just a matter of configuration. With that allows reduced complexity. So when you think about, how am I going to get started with AI? So the beauty of this is if you're using RapidStart CRM today, or you're a new greenfield customer and you're looking into using RapidStart, you've got a fresh start with data, right? Meaning you can start from the ground up, focus on data cleanliness, and that allows you to utilize AI in the future. But also what we've done with Solgari is we've wrapped our product with out-of-the-box Copilot, but it's all around real-time communication, right? So it doesn't really matter how clean your data is. Even if you have bad data, you can still get on an AI track with Solgari, because we're just focusing on real-time customer communications and delivering more agent assist type use cases. And you'll see that in the demo. But with that comes the ability to, one, manage all of your customer engagements. So that could be email, SMS, WhatsApp messaging, and of course, the standard voice channel. All of this is going to be brought to you out of the box with Solgari. And all of those customer interactions are going to be stored back into RapidStart to give you a 360-degree view of your customer. So you're always going to know the previous interactions that you had with your customers. And everything is pre-integrated, so it just works. But last but not least, all of our solutions are transactable on the Microsoft Marketplace. So to make things even more streamlined with your existing Microsoft licensing, you can purchase the solution directly off the Microsoft Marketplace. So how would this look for you day in and day out? So what you'll see on the screen is just a quick overview, high-level overview of what our solution is bringing to the table. You'll see on the left-hand side, you've got everything from voice communication to live chat on your website to SMS messages with your customer. The idea is to be able to get any interaction you have to the right agent who's working within Microsoft Teams. And when I'm saying agent, I'm talking about really anyone that's customer facing in your organization. So that would be your salespeople, that would be your customer service team, and even anyone in the middle and back office who might need to be a part of a customer engagement for subject matter advisors or accounting. Anyone that might need to process a refund or ever speak to a customer can still be part of this journey. And the reason that this is so compelling is because everyone's used Teams today, right? So, COVID's consolidated individuals to work from home and hybrid environments, and Teams has become a natural part of the way people work. And so now we should enable teams to not just be the internal collaboration tool that you use day in and day out, but it should also be enabled to communicate with the outside world. And that's exactly what Solgari does. With that, all of the customer data and all of the interactions that you have with those customers need to be compliantly and securely managed and stored. That's where RapidStart CRM comes into play. So if you look there at the bottom across Microsoft Azure, Solgari and RapidStart are both hosted through Azure, and all of the customer data is seamlessly processed into a single data store being RapidStart CRM. Even the configuration of our solution within Solgari Hub, which is essentially just the supervisor portal, and I'll show you a bit of this in a minute, is in Azure as well. So everything's sitting under the Azure umbrella, which keeps you on the Microsoft platform, and of course, maintains a secure and compliant communications and data solution. So with that, we'll go ahead and turn it over. So I'm going to walk through a quick demonstration of Solgari for Teams. This is not by any means going to be a full end-to-end solution demo, but we'll give you the highlights. And then I'll turn it over to Steve, who will be able to walk you through, how all of this data is managed and a bit more on the RapidStart CRM piece. So if you'll give me 1 second, I'll go ahead and pull up Solgari for Microsoft Teams. Perfect. So what you should see now is a natural extension of Teams being Solgari customer engagement. So if you look here on the left-hand side, obviously this is your standard internal collaboration tools, your activities, your chats, your standard Microsoft Teams. And Solgari is just an app that sits within the Teams UI, right? So just like you've got your standard Microsoft apps like PowerPoint, Stream, Word, etc., Solgari is a app that you would quite literally download, just like you download a app on your iPhone or your mobile device. And once you download this app, this is now the agent interface. So your customer service team or your sales team can use this app to communicate with the outside world. And what we're doing at Solgari is we're intelligently routing inbound communication to the right agent or customer service agent who has the skill set to support that inquiry, as well as enabling it for outbound communication by integrating with RapidStart to pull in customer information. So if I need to search for contacts, for example, accounts or leads, this is all RapidStart CRM data that's being populated into Solgari for Teams. So this is where this integration becomes very powerful, because now Microsoft Teams becomes that a data source where you can work from without ever having to jump from system to system. Okay, so if I need to make an outbound call, I can easily search somebody. So if I need to make a call to Emma Cola in this case, I could search for Emma and dial her mobile phone. So I'll go ahead and do this. You'll see here a outbound call is organized. Whoops, I need to set myself to available. Apologies. Let's reload. As I didn't get the call there. Let's try that again. So the reason that call didn't go through is because I was set to presenting. So we work with the standard presence of Microsoft Teams. So if I'm on busy or do not available, it's not going to execute a call, right? So you need to be available. So your presence to the system is available to make that outbound call. Perfect. So I've answered the call on my mobile device, and now I'm connected to Emma. So just as much as this is for outbound calling, you can also use it for inbound. So depending on the presence of the contact center here in the Solgari app, we can route the calls to the agents that are available, right? So you can see here, I've got 5 different interactions I'm managing. I've got a live call with Emma Cola, and I've got a WhatsApp message, an email, and multiple SMS messages. This is meant to allow you as a SMB to act like the enterprise customer service organizations that you see all around the world, right? So multiple channels can be brought into this agent interface, and I can use this as the single source of communicating with my customers, okay? I won't go through all of this, but the big focal point I want you to understand is that we're bringing in customer data from RapidStart CRM, And then we've got the ability to process notes. So if I need to take a note from this conversation, I can. And I can also create a case. So if this is a customer service inquiry and we need to create a ticket or a case from this interaction that I have with them I can do so right from Solgari for Teams. What this does, and what Steve will show you in a minute, is it will actually open up a case within RapidStart CRM, and the case can be tracked against Emma in your database, being RapidStart. If there's an existing case, I would be able to search the database for that case, right? So we can come and search all relevant cases in the system and find a case to relate this call to, okay? So the idea is Teams is still that single source of interaction that you have, but you're writing information back into the RapidStart CRM. And the same goes for all of your digital channels as well, which we'll focus on in 1 minute. If you look at historical interactions, just want to quickly show you, you'll be able to see that I can come and view historical digital messages. So if I've got digital messages I've been working with or voice calls, I've got full historical integration with RapidStart to pull information from historical calls or messages that I have. And we're bringing in our Solgari Copilot to do all of the transcription of those calls, summarize those calls, and even provide sentiment analysis behind the engagement that that customer service agent had. So what this is really meant to be is a agent assist capability. So if I'm having sales calls or customer service calls, I don't have to worry about vigorously taking notes. So if I go back into this call, I don't have to come and type all these notes manually. I can depend on the Solgari Copilot to add those notes for me and store them back into Start CRM. Okay, so all of these interactions that I have from Solgari for Teams are managed in one place, and again, writing back to a single database. But just as much as you can use this for inbound communication, right? So inbound WhatsApp messages, inbound emails, you can use all of these different channels accordingly, but we also have full outbound capability. So because we're integrated with RapidStart, we can assign marketing lists to different agents for outbound engagement with the customers. So let's say a simple example would be appointment reminders. So if you've got a dental office that maybe manages 50 appointments a day, you're able to have a receptionist or whoever's managing that customer engagement work right within Microsoft Teams and execute an outbound dialing campaign to remind individuals to attend their meeting. You can also do things like automated SMS or automated outreach if you don't want things to be so manual. But you can see how this could be used for everything from appointment reminders to debt collection to outbound sales, right? So that the idea is any method of communication that you might have with the outside world can now be consolidated within Teams. And again, we export that information right back into RapidStart CRM because of our pre-integrated solution. So with that being said, I'll turn it over to Steve, who will help put the bow on all of this and show you where all of this communication data from cases to sales opportunities can be managed within their lightweight CRM environment. Steve, do you want to take over from here?
Yeah, thanks, Joe. Let me just share my screen now. It is. Oops. There we go. Confirm you can see that?
Yep, we can see it.
So it occurred to me as Joe was doing his demo that I should have shown this in a tab inside of Teams as well, because you can also have RapidStart in another tab right there next to Solgari. So they're both sitting in Teams. You don't have to leave Teams at all. Just bounce back and forth between tabs. You know, when I look at Joe's solution, I'm thinking about this is the doing part, right? This is the making the calls, communicating with people, through the various tools that Solgari provides to do that. And that's obviously the most important thing. But the doing then has to all be captured somewhere so you can analyze it, whether it's effective, whether it's working, and create plans of what you are going to go and do again. So that's really where I think the RapidStart CRM comes into play in this story is is kind of capturing all of the doing into a place where you can really analyze it and figure out what's going on with it. As Joe had mentioned, he had shown the contacts list, and yeah, that's being pulled from here. So this is he's basically pointing to the same table that we've created as part of RapidStart for all the contacts. So all of these contacts are available right within his app. We have the ability down here now. He talked a little bit at the end there about campaigns and marketing lists, and we created that actually specifically recently for this partnership because we see a tremendous value in being able to use Solgari as part of, like, a plan to go and do something specific, as he said, an outbound campaign for something specific. Maybe it's like a new product announcement or warranty renewal or whatever it may be. And then the ability to create marketing lists and associate, any contacts in the system with that list. You can kind of, create a filtered list of those folks and add them to a marketing list. You can individually pick them, to really get a targeted list of people that your folks are going to use Solgari to reach out and call. He talked about opportunities, the ability to create notes on the timeline here of an opportunity based on a phone call. I can just show up right in here where he was showing in the Solgari app, creating a note at the conclusion of a conversation. Just by creating that note, it can get associated right in here to the opportunity or to the case or to the account or to the contacts. Going to quickly open up a contact and just show you the same thing here. So here's where that interaction would show up here, right here, warranty renewal. Any sort of notes that are entered on the Solgari side are brought into RapidStart. So that's kind of the connectivity between the two. It's significant. I think it really is a force multiplier for your Power Apps and Teams licenses, this combination to be able to get so much more out of those licenses. RapidStart by itself, we're focused on a simple to use CRM. We're an alternative to Dynamics 365, which is, a fine CRM. Solgari works perfectly with that as well. Actually, we work almost the same way with our app as they work with Dynamics 365 with just minor changes. So we're really targeting that customer who's looking for a little less complexity in their applications, looking for better adoption as a result of less complexity, looking for lower costs as our app runs on Power Apps licenses, which are much less expensive. And we give you the ability here to track accounts, contacts, opportunities, prospects, which could also be added to a marketing list, campaigns, marketing lists, and cases. So for case management, RapidStart is pretty much designed to cover all of those bases. It's intended to be an accelerator in that it obviously is a fully functioning app, but since it's built on the Power Platform, this thing is completely customizable. So nothing you see here is set in stone. All of these views, all of these forms, fields, new tables, anything you would want to add to RapidStart to turn it into your absolutely perfect solution for your business is possible. That's what many people do with it. They bring in RapidStart as kind of the foundation to start using, but then also to build on top of. So I'm going to turn it back over to Joe because I think that's a pretty good highlight. If you want to know more information about it, we can certainly reach out separately.